Dumpster fire, hellish trash world, trash world. And you know it's a trash world when there is a satanic portal over the White House, folks. Can't get any more trashy than that. But first off, on the trash world, folks, Howie Mandel, super genius comedian Howie Mandel is out there whining and bitching that you're not allowed to kid anymore. Good God. Any comedian who complains about not being able to joke anymore, I'm sorry, I cannot just help but think of you guys as total fucking pussies. As someone who makes jokes constantly, literally make every joke I want to make all the fucking time. Sometimes my jokes might be offensive to some people. And if they are and they have valid points, I'll be like, okay, cool. Yeah, I understand why you're saying that. Your criticism is fair. And I will listen and learn from it. And sometimes they're just full of shit. They're just overreacting. And you know what I do? I fucking ignore them. And keep doing my same fucking jokes. Exactly what you goddamn wusses should do, but you gotta cry. This is a guy who became famous for putting a latex glove over his head and inflating it with his nose. So, comedic genius. No, you can make jokes all you want to, but if you're fucking hacky, if you're not funny, if you haven't updated your material in 30 years, yeah, people are gonna be like, hey, you suck. You're not funny. Criticism doesn't mean you can't say it. Okay? Free speech doesn't mean that there's not consequences for your words and actions. You say whatever the fuck you want, and people can say whatever they want about it. And if you can't fucking handle it, retire. Deal or no deal, motherfucker. And then this one, folks. Warning, badass over here. This dude was born male. He was raised male. He's a proud fucking male. Deal with it. I can't deal with it, folks. I can't deal with this badass being proud of being male. What are we gonna do? Everybody's constantly telling him that he can't be proud to be male. Isn't that really happening? Isn't that what's going on? No, it's not. Dude, like, I am male as shit. I was born male. I was raised male. I don't know if I'm proud to be a male because I had nothing to do with it. And generally, I'm only proud of things that I achieved or accomplished myself. But I'm okay with being a male. And no one has ever tried to make me feel bad about it. No one has ever made me feel like saying, deal with it. Always have to play the victim. The Oppression Olympics. You guys are gold medal winners every fucking time. And Joe Rogan. I know some people say, hey, Joe Rogan is a lefty dusty. Hey, maybe he used to be. I have no idea. I say no, but maybe. But now dude's got $500 million in the bank, and suddenly he is no longer supporting universal basic income. Shocker. A 500 millionaire no longer wants to have to pay higher taxes so that the lower classes might get a piece of the pie. Here he is, shitting on the whole idea. You know why? Because you motherfuckers are lazy. Unlike him, who is a workhorse on his, what's that, podcast where he sits on his ass and talks to dipshits all day? Oh, yeah, cool. Definitely knows a lot about hard work there, Joe Rogan.
Monthly payment stuff that they're going to come out with.
God, this guy's such a fucking idiot. Monthly payment stuff. UBI, dude. Where does Joe Rogan find these fucking cretins? Just embarrassing. Largest podcast in the world. And this is the caliber of guest he has.
What's the monthly payment stuff that they're going to come out with?
Universal
basic income.
I just think that was a good idea before the pandemic. During the pandemic, when everybody's getting the money from the government, people didn't want to work, and it was like, and I was like, oh, this is not good.
Yeah, it's not good. People don't want to go to work and catch the disease that's killing millions of people. That's not good. Get to work, dumbasses. Says Thumb Rogan.
This is not smart.
Well, that's what they wanted. They wanted the universal basic. That's what they want is universal basic income, and then
you got to give people some incentive to do things.
Yeah, if you give them just the base enough to live on, then they still have incentive because there are other things in life they can't buy. There are like upgrades in life, better apartment, better cars that can't be covered by universal basic income. And what it does is it allows people to live a basic subsistent life without having to work their life away at meaningless jobs that they hate, and instead focus their time on doing other things that they actually enjoy, creating art, creating, open source software, whatever they have to do in order to be creative. Which is good. It's exactly what you did, Joe. Before he was telling everybody to quit their jobs, like, don't work your life with a cubicle 8 hours a day. Be like him, follow your dreams. And now he's like, get to work, slaves. Somebody got to mow my grass. Somebody got to pick my food for me while I sit here and talk bullshit to idiots.
$1,000 per month universal basic income pilot program on Austin City Council agenda.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
$1,000 is not even enough to pay your rent in a lot of places. You're still going to have to work, Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan's so out of touch, he don't even know how much $1,000 is anymore. Oh, they make $1,000 a month? Oh my God, they're going to be driving Rolls Royces and living high on the hog. No, dude, no.
Those dudes are just going to do a lot of coke.
It's a small amount of people.
85 families.
Yeah.
I'm not accusing those 85 families of being cokeheads. But I think for families that are struggling, that's one thing. But for everybody, like they were going to give it to every person.
So?
Yeah.
It's going to be like a free thing.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. I think it has to come with like if I were to do a program, it would be more like a job program. Like I'll pay you while you get these marketable skills, while you train in these marketable skills. But I'm not going to pay you to just like
do nothing.
Yeah.
There's a certain amount of entitlement that people have today that they just did not have before, where they feel like the government owes them something.
Yeah, that's not a bad thing. Before we were taught to be autonomous robots that worked our lives a fucking way to make somebody else rich. And now we're like, hey, maybe we get one life on this planet. Maybe we shouldn't be spending all our time doing meaningless bullshit that we hate. Maybe we should be pursuing things we love. Maybe we should be enjoying our life. But nah. You motherfuckers are so entitled, thinking that you're supposed to have a good life that you enjoy. Fuck y'all. This 500 millionaire knows better.
Regardless of how little or how much they put into the system, they feel like the government owes them something. So when you say to those people, hey, what do you think about universal basic income? Everybody gets $1,200 a month. They're like, we deserve it. You should fucking give us the money, man.
Yes.
You know, they start thinking goofy.
It's not goofy, okay? We had oil companies make record profits this year, billions of dollars. Literally no reason to let a small amount of people have all that money when we could take that money and we could redistribute amongst everybody and keep the profits for ourselves. We could all join together for the betterment of everybody instead of the betterment of a very few at the top, like Joe Rogan. But shocker, Joe Rogan likes the system the way it is, huh?
Then you get inflation.
Right. That's not good.
Yeah, and that's what we're hit now.
And
you just got to make it sure where people don't have enough money to buy the goods they want. That's how you stop inflation. Keep everybody really poor. That'll solve inflation.
Increases in salaries too.
Right.
Cost of living, and then you have supply shortages, so things are more expensive, harder to get.
Yeah. I mean, if everybody's get $1,200,
it's almost like there was a global pandemic that shut down a lot of manufacturing and made less goods available, and we have more dollar bills chasing those goods, which causes inflation, huh? Amazing how that happened there, Joe.
What's going to happen to your rent?
I don't think it's a good idea to give everybody $1,200. I think some people need a fire lit under their ass. And if you want to make more exceptional people in this country, I don't think the way to do that is to give everybody $1,200.
Just same old Chud bullshit from Chud Rogan. Nobody's shocked, but at least it's fun to make fun of. And then, folks, homosexuals. We were talking a lot about homosexuals today. But Blair White wants you guys to know, if you see a bulge in a conservative woman's pants, it's a gun. I mean, probably a cell phone or something. But if you see a bulge in a liberal woman's pants, it's a penis. Has Blair White had... I know, it's none of my business. I'm not going to even ask that question because it's none of my fucking business. But then, Buck Angel, who is a trans man, one of the forefathers of the trans community, and is now a TERF somehow. A horrible fucking piece of shit troll loves Blair White. Okay, seriously, you should be doing stand-up because it's so funny. Put out this one the same day that a dude walked into a supermarket and murdered 10 black people, because this is what our country is. We have a gun cult in this country that wants to romanticize assault rifles. Virtue signaling is all this is. You really think Blair White gives a shit about going out and shooting weapons, or is she pandering to her dipshit audience who falls for obvious bullshit like this? Yep, exactly what's happening. Trash world. 'Tis Blair White. But one good thing came out recently. Well, since we're talking about this, my friend L pointed this out to me last night. Apparently they did a study. And you know how they're always saying that there are a lot of trans people who are deconverting? Because all the other evil gay people and trans people are grooming them. They're like, hey, you're not actually a boy, you're a girl. Transition. Or, hey, you're not actually a girl, you're a boy. You should be transitioning. You know how this constantly always happens? Well, anyway, their argument is this happens so much that people eventually figure out they've been lied to and they're not actually trans. They're deconverted all over the place. Nope. Apparently only 2.5% of trans people deconvert. That's like 97.5 who don't. So much for that talking point, dipshits. Another one bites the dust. And now, folks, time to get incredibly depressed. All right, here we go. First off, yesterday, Ted Nugent at a Trump rally. The same day, a white supremacist walked in to a black supermarket and murdered 10 people. Ted Nugent getting up on stage, telling thousands of people there, millions of people at home, that they should go out and commit violence against Democrats. This is stochastic terrorism. This is not even stochastic. This is straight up terrorism, folks.
Force, if I do say so myself, everybody in your life to think of what the enemies of America have done in the last 14 months.
You.
And that they didn't sneak into the White House. They lied, they cheated, they scammed, and
Always
every
the victim.
day the Democrats violate their sacred oath to the Constitution. And if you can't impress your friends on that, they shouldn't be your friends. So, thank you for inviting my beautiful wife Shemaine and I, my friends, and my guitar. This is a 1966 Gibson Birdland from Kalamazoo, Michigan. Wow. Does it sound as good out there as it does up here? By the way, if you don't eat enough medicine and you're not clean and sober, you can't play licks like that. So I love you people madly, but I'd love you more if you went forward and just went berserk on the skulls of the Democrats and the Marxists and the communists. And
Go berserk on your political enemies. Do it. Yep, violence. That's what they're all about, and you got your wish. Now, most people who listen to you are not going to do it. But you are going to find the fringes who hang on to this kind of violent rhetoric and actually act upon it.